How's it going? This is my second vlog on my technical communications project. So I interviewed my old manager for my previous internship, Ty Sackett. He graduated, I want to say, 4 years ago. He graduated from University of Nebraska-Lincoln for a construction management degree. So Ty was my manager for my internship. So he is a field engineer for Whiting Turner. He's been working for them since he graduated school. He's actually been on the same project that I was working on with him. Ty is another great mentor of mine. We had a lot of conversations throughout the summer, talking about future goals and aspirations within the construction industry, life goals, a little bit about that. So he's also like a great friend to me as well. Couple things is he specializes in a room called a CCNR, which on a data center, that's kind of like the brain of the entire data center. So you have outside plant fiber, that's fiber optic cable, that comes into the building. And so this is what outside plant fiber looks like. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it costs about $60 a foot. So this is about $60 worth of material. So all it is a bunch of glass inside here with some plastic inner core. So we call this OSP, and it's Sumitomo 3456. So right here it says Sumitomo. And so that's just basically just the brand, but the 3456 means that there's 3,456 fibers going through here. So each fiber is basically like think of it as like a telephone wire. You think about in the old days when they were doing the connections, like whenever you had a call or something like that, they'd have to manually take the connection and then plug it into the person that you were calling, so then that they could get it to the right person. So it's kind of like that routing in the aspect. For every one of these, it goes to a certain slot in a server. So with these servers, there's tons of different, I'll try and explain this as best as I can. But for the CCNR, there's the outside plant fiber that comes and terms, TERMS, terms into ISP, which is your inside plant fiber. The inside plant fiber is less expensive, but it's still pretty pricey because it's pretty high tech. So I'll take a few of these out. So basically, this is all it is. It just looks like fiberglass, but it's a lot more complex inside. But so it terms into the inside plant fiber, and once it terms into inside plant fiber, it basically spider webs out throughout the first it spider webs throughout the CCNR. So it goes through a series of servers, and these servers have information within the data center. And in the data center, so basically it's like a glossary or index of a book. So there's like a bunch of words and information that says, all right, you're looking for like this certain thing from your textbook, right? And say that you're looking for concrete in my materials and methods 1 book. And then so you go down through sections, and then you say, oh, masonry, that concrete's in masonry. So it goes to that, and then it tells you what page to go to. So that tells you like when this outside plant fiber goes and turns into your inside plant fiber, goes to one of our servers in our room, it says, oh, that's on the 3rd floor in this row. And then it sends a signal out through the inside plant fiber to the 3rd floor in that certain row, and it shoots down that entire row, picks up that information that you're looking for, and then sends it back to our server, and then back out through the outside plant fiber back to where the signal came from. And then so the best way to explain it is like if you're looking for a cat video, all that happens. So like say that you Google cat videos on your laptop or something like that. It sends a signal, and then it goes to a server, and that server is connected through fiber optic cable that is stored in servers inside this data center. And then so it gets sent out through there and then does that whole process that I just walked you through all within nanoseconds. So while that thing's spinning, you're getting information that's like thousands of miles away possibly. And then so I think it's pretty cool. I learned a lot from it. Yeah, on my exit evaluation with Ty, he evaluated me based off a number of things. It was like hardworking, accountability, time management, all these other skills, and one of them was communication skills. And him and I both agreed that I was a little bit weak or poor on my original communication skills. But we talked about how much I progressed throughout the year, and throughout the summer, and how quickly I was able to learn. And we talked about with my ability to pick up on words, cues, things within the site, like all the terminology of gear, fiber, knowing what 3456 is versus 5292, EPX, like it's just crazy how much you can learn just being around and surrounded by construction and terminology and people throwing words around. It's amazing what you can pick up. So we kind of talked about how I can better my communication skills and technical communication skills, and throughout the interview that I had with him just recently, we talked again about it comes with time. That's been something that I've been hearing a lot, is it comes with time, as well as you also have to go out and learn about it yourself. And he said that he was impressed with how quickly I picked up on things. And then he said with me only being a freshman, he was actually surprised of how many people complimented me after I left. They're like, "Oh, is Andrew coming back to work for us after this year?" And then he was telling him, like, he's only a freshman. He's still got 3 more years to go. And so he was surprised of how many people like noticed what I was doing, and like how I was doing it, how quickly I picked up on not how quickly I picked up things, but how mature I was within the construction industry, and knowing what was going on. I guess most people don't get internships within the construction industry as a freshman. So I feel him and I both feel that having 3 internships and then possibly a co-op program would extremely put me aside from others extremely. So what I mean by that is, if you have somebody that's been around terminology within the construction industry and dealing with subcontractors and talking to people every single day for the summers, I'm gonna know how to communicate, how to talk better with subcontractors, GCs, and owners better than most students graduating out of school. So he said that it's not really something to worry about for me, but it's definitely something that I can try and grow on. So he was basically giving me cues on how to notice little things and pick up on things. And I don't know, it was half of it was just conversation, the other half was the interview. And that's the way it kind of goes in construction too, is like you start with one thing, but then like you may have a set of plans and say, this is how I'm going to run this, but then it starts going off in other directions, and it's like, this didn't go right because this happened, and then so you just got to adapt and adjust. This is fucking stupid.